Yeah, good morning, everyone. Happy new month to you all. Today is the 1st of March. Yes. We thank God for seeing us through into this very month, the third month in the year 2022. He who is alive and healthy should be grateful to God Almighty, because it is not easy. If you haven't seen, don't say that you've seen. Because, excuse me, sorry. Yes. I'm sorry to say that 2 days ago, I tested positive to COVID-19. Yeah, it has not been funny. It has not really been funny, but we thank God for the gift of life and strength to overcome all odds, all sorrows, all trials and temptations in our lives, in everything. Hi guys, I'm actually rushing to a hospital appointment, so I decided to cut off the video and go. Yes, because I have an appointment in the next 35 minutes, so I need to be there. I'm not even sure of the particular building until I get there, So, oh my God, if you haven't, all this gara that we usually do, I am this, don't try me, I'm gonna show you this, I'm gonna show you that. It's for someone who is healthy. Yes, if you are strong, alive and active, you begin to make mouth. One sickness alone one sickness alone will put the person in their place by telling you that you are nothing. But oh God, I am panting so hard, So I will be sharing my experience having COVID in the last 3 days. Yes, what I felt, and how I was also treated at the hospital, even though I wasn't on admission. Yeah, the hospital. Obi had run down my cha one beat. These people, should I say that mean? Anyway, they drilled another blood off me. They collected another blood sample off me. Oh my goodness. Where I was concerned that I've got low blood pressure, and they are busy collecting more off me. Anyway, so my own good anyway. So about some time ago, the last conversation I had with my colleagues at work, they were talking about how many of them had tested positive to COVID-19. And I was like, I also bragged that I've not tested positive, that I've not contracted this COVID-19. Little did I know that it's going to be my turn very soon. Very, very soon, when I least expected it. How did it all start? It started on Sunday. Sorry, it started on Saturday. Yeah. I was all fine. I was very strong. I even went shopping on Saturday morning. I went to Tesco. I did a mini shopping. I got a lot of things. So I came back home. I cooked. I made soup. Yeah, and then I was expecting some guests from Liverpool. I went to buy flour from the shop because I had this self-rising flour at home. I've used it to make puff or chin chin. Yes, I used it to make chin chin one certain time. I didn't like it, so I went to buy the plain flour, from the convenience shop next to my street. So immediately I got there, I started feeling unusual. Then on coming out of the place, I didn't know how I was feeling. All my joints, all my fingers, they were hurting. The joint pain, the ache was so severe. I was like, what happened to me? Village people don't remember me, even though I don't believe in all those things. These are usually the list of something that, comes close to my mind. More than they look me, one fall inside my video, Abby. So I was really worried. Then I gradually walked home, but the pain. Immediately I got home, I had to let my husband know what I was feeling, the kind of pain that I was feeling. He was like, I should take paracetamol. I said, anyway, before telling you, I have already had paracetamol right now. He said, okay, that I will be fine. Our guests, they did not come until 4 hours after that very time. This was happening around 12 noon or 11:30 a.m. So they came around 5 p.m. in the evening. So it's really been a mixture of some busy day. If you ask me, I wouldn't really describe the busy day it is. My house is just about 2 minutes away. I've actually walked away from the hospital. I stopped by the shop to pick a few things from the shop because I want to make jollof rice this afternoon or later in the evening. Yeah, because it's almost past 12 now. It's past 12 now anyway. So as I was coming off the hospital, a lady approached me, a Nigerian from the Yoruba. Yeah, she was looking for Hardwick Community Center. So I helped her to locate the place. You know, she's new. She's just 3 weeks old here in the UK. She came searching for a job. There's a job fair going on. So I followed her to the place. You know, I told you I was also looking for a job. You never can tell how you could get one. You know, though I haven't submitted my CV to anywhere, but then all these job sites, they've been bombarding me with emails. I don't just want to look at them for now. But today I had to follow the girl. I walked into the community center. You know, it happens to be a school job, though she says she's looking for a care work. You know, I told you guys that I might be going back to education. Who knows if this is how I'm going to get it. I filled the form and they did a little bit of interview. They asked if I have any formal education. C question, jump question. I just told them, yeah, you know, so they will reach back to me. But I think it's for all these small kids. Me and Yoronka, me shit this one, shit this side. I want chocolate, I want biscuits, you know. But we must have to start from somewhere. Yes. I don't know until they call me or they email me. And it's somewhere within Stockton because they asked me if I would like to work within the local. I say, yes, I live somewhere around. I don't want far place. You know, so that's by the way. So, like let me go on with my story. So our guests, they came at 5 p.m. or thereabouts. Even while attending to our guests, it wasn't funny. I didn't really find it easy because I was having pain. They gave me this water from the job fair center. They had cakes and sweets. I just took water because this is what I need. You know. So I was attending to them, but Chinyere was weak. At some point, my husband found me on the staircase. I just sat down on the staircase. This is the family that came visiting us. We have not met them in the last 3 years. They lived in the same house with us in Lagos, you know, so it should be a form of excitement. Even when the lady was like, let's snap photo, I was taking seminar, a vlogger. I was supposed to vlog for where I wasn't interested. Outside, she hugged me, let's take photos. I said, please, let's go inside. I was reluctant because I was feeling, my body was aching and killing me. Even the paracetamol did not work. So that day, they left very late, around 9 o'clock or thereabouts. We really had a great time, yes, with them. So the next day being Sunday, I planned to go to church since all of us were home. But I was like, let me just try and test for COVID. And so when I did the test, lo and behold, I saw the line. I'll show you the test here. I wanted to send it to my workplace. I said, no point. Since they've cancelled all the COVID rules in this country, I think on the 26th or 25th, all the COVID rules, isolation, blah, blah, blah. Even if you have COVID this time, you can still come to work. You don't need to isolate. Yes, that was even what gave me courage to go into the job center to look for a job, even though I had my thing on, you know. So I didn't bother much. Yeah, being that COVID is no longer a big issue. But I woke up yesterday, I spat, blood came out. I did again, blood came out. I was like, oh, see me, see obituary. God forbid. I told Daddy Somto, he was like, I should get to I should quickly get to urgent care center. That's the emergency, is an honest of an emergency session in the hospital. I said, okay, I hope they would see me. He called a cab. We went to the hospital. I got there. After telling them, they took me to an isolation room. I was all by myself in there. So I waited for about 30 minutes. As I was waiting, about 10 minutes into waiting, another nurse came because the isolation room was, it was opened. The woman closed the door. She didn't even greet me. I was the one that greeted her. So when she banged the door and walked away, I was like, oh my God. So now, so my level don't reach. So before she banged the door, I was already thinking of logging. But after she banged the door on me, I was like, Shineke. So my case don't reach this level. So I began to reflect on what happened in 2020. What people felt, people who had COVID, their loved ones, how they were isolated, and they were never allowed to come. In fact, this time COVID is no longer a problem. It's like someone having malaria in my country, because the nurses, they were not, you remember how people, especially health workers, how they have to cloud, wear the PPE, they will cover everywhere, but it wasn't like that. But sitting in that room, I was imagining what people went through in 2020 and between the early months of 2021. It wasn't really easy until a doctor came and see me. He asked me all the questions, and I was so happy that my blood pressure is not normal from the checks yesterday, and all the questions and everything he asked me. He was like, I should go home, that COVID is no longer an issue. But if I start having breathlessness, dizziness, I shouldn't hesitate to come back to them. And I am happy to tell you that as at yesterday, 6 p.m., they also called me from the hospital to ask that I was supposed to be on admission. Why wasn't I? I said, look at what the doctor told me. They said, okay. They asked how I was faring that yesterday. I said, I'm fine. They said, okay, that's fine. But if there is anything, I should get back to them immediately. I actually went to the hospital today for a different appointment altogether. Yes, not for COVID. So ever before I go, I even told my husband, should I go or should I give it up, being that I have COVID? He said, no, that they see COVID patients, that I can go. Nobody is discriminating on us, that he used to see COVID patients too, that I should just go for my appointment, I shouldn't cancel, So I went for it and I had it all done. Yeah, so basically, I've left that scene because they're working over there, So it is anyone who is healthy, who is strong. You wake up in the morning, you are not feeling no pains, you are not having any difficulties. You are just the richest person on earth. Yes, because within the last 3 days, YouTube is not... In fact, YouTube is the last thing in my mind. Even though that I was managing yesterday, I think I watched a few people. 2 days ago, I did. Because whenever I want to watch people on YouTube, I start from the notification, from number 1 to the list. That's how I don't skip anybody. But apologies to everyone that I haven't been coming. Yes, I want to go home now to see how I can get this video up today. Yes, if possible. Yes, because it's been long before YouTube removed my name from the list of YouTubers. All right, guys, let me go home. And I pray that this new month, we shall experience God's blessings, strength, and favor in all we do in this life. I wish every one of us a happy new month. Yeah, so I sincerely wish to say a big thank you to all of you who prayed for me, who wished me well. Even as at the time I dropped that post on my community tab, I never knew I've got COVID. Yes, I haven't done the test, so thank you very well. I sincerely appreciate all that. I know I'm still having some pain. Yes, when the pain comes, it's excruciating, even my neck, my fingers, everywhere. But I am going to conquer this. It will all end in praise. And thank you so much for always stopping by. See you again.